Okay, before we start, let me introduce myself first. Okay, so my name is Eleonor, a second-year computer science student at Taguig City University from Section I 2019. So today, we're gonna learn to solve about binary to octal to hexadecimal. So, let's go. So, let's start to binary to octal. So, we have a given here 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, then base 2. So, why base 2? Because ang hinahanap natin ay binary to octal. Dapat niyong tandaan na ang base ng binary is 2, then the base of octal is 8. So, our answer here is 323 base 8. So, paano nga ba yan nakuha? Okay. So, let's start how to get the answer. So, first, let's separate them into 3. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and next, the first number has a value 1. Then, the second number ay kailangan i-multiply sa 2. And ang pangatlo naman ay by 4. So, they are just same. Kaya lagyan natin ng 1, 2, 4. Then, lagyan din natin yung dalawa pang natira na naka-separate. So, 0 times 4 is equals to 0. Then, 1 times 2 is equals to 2. 1 times 1 is equals to 1. Then, next, ganun lang din ang gagawin. I-multiply lang din siya. Then, after that, let's add them. So, 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. Then, next is 2. Why? Because we use multiplication. 0 times 4 is equals to 0. 0 times 1 is equals to 0. So, yung natira na lang is yung 1 and 2. So, if we multiply it, 1 times 2, so, it is equals to 2. Okay. So, next naman is, let's add them. 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. So, our answer is equals to 223. So, our binary is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, base 2 is equals to octal 223 base 8. So, next, gagawin naman natin kung paano kunin ang octal to binary. So, we have a given here na 323 base 8. So, let's separate them, the 3 and 2 and 3. And let's put down 4, 2, 1, and 3, and another 4, 2, 1, and 2, 2, then 3. So, now, how to convert 3 into a binary number? So, you need to realize that 3 is the sum of 2 and 1. So, because we use 2 and 1, we're going to replace that with 1. We didn't use number 4, so we're going to replace that with a 0. Now, 2 is the sum of 2. Since we used the 2, replace natin siya sa 1, and di naman nagamit natin si 4 and 1, so replace natin siya into 0. And last, the sum of 3 is the same. Same lang siya sa naunang 3. 3 is sum. And last, the sum of 3 is same lang siya sa naunang 3. Sum is 2 and 1. Then, let's separate it into 1. Tapos, yung 4, di naman nagamit, replace natin siya sa 0. So, 323 in the octal system is equal to 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 in the binary system. So, ito na ang final answer niya. So, next, gagawin naman natin is hexadecimal to octal. So, in hexadecimal, we're gonna use base 16. And alam niyo na sa octal, kung naalala nyo, it is base 8. So, our example here, A, D, base 16. So, kailangan mag-change ng letter A and D and two numbers. So, kailangan nyo malaman that A in hexadecimal system corresponds to 10. In the decimal system, B corresponds to 11, while C corresponds to 12 and D corresponds to 13. So A, replace natin siya sa 10 and the D replace with 13. Next step is convert these two numbers into binary numbers. So gagamit tayo ng numbers na 8, 4, 2, and 1 for each of them. So 10 is the sum of 8 and 2. So i-replace natin siya ang 8 and 2 for 1. And the numbers na hindi natin nagamit ay replace it with 0. So 13 basically 8 plus 4. So replace natin yung two numbers with 4 and 2 and 1. Let's replace it with a 0. So 10 is equivalent to the binary number of 101. At 13 can be represented as 1101. Sa binary system. Now, next thing that we need to do is to regroup the binary number, and now they're represented as groups of 4. Pero kailangan natin baguhin ito in groups of 3. So the first group of 3 is 101 and the second group of 3 is 101, and the last meron na lang tayong isang number, so we're gonna add a 0. So it is, let's get with this. So we have 10 and 10, 0, 1, 0. So let's convert these three groups into a decimal value. So here we have a 4 and 2 and a 1. So kailangan natin to i-multiply 0 times 4, which is 0, and 1 by 2 is 2, and 0 by 1. So, meron na lang tayong 1 next to the 2 is 2, and 0 by 1. So, meron na lang tayong 1 next to the 2. So, the decimal equivalent here ay 2. Then, next, we have 1 next to the 4, and the 0. So, 2. 1 times 2 is 2. And decimal equivalent here is going to be 2 next, 1 next to the 4 and the 1. So 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. Lastly, mayroon tayong 1 next, so that 101 as a binary number equates to 4 as a decimal number. So we're reading from left to right, and now we have our answer. So our answer here is AD base 16 is equals to 255 base 8. So now let's try how to get the octal to hexadecimal. So here we have 332 base 8. So let's separate each number into basically 3 parts. So let's put 4 to 1 each parts. So to get 3, we need to add up 2 and 1. So, di na natin nagamit si 4, so replace natin siya sa 0. We've used the 2 of them. 1, let's replace it with 4. 1, now meron naman tayong another 3, so we're gonna use the 2 and 1 ulit to add to 3, and so we're gonna have the same binary equivalent 0, 1, 1 corresponds to 3, and para sa last is just a 2, so we only need to use the 2 since we didn't use the 4 and 1 in 2. Let's replace that with a 0. So 332 in the octal system corresponds to this number in the binary system. So now, let's adjust it in groups of 4. So here's the first group of 4, and here is the second group of 4. So let's rewrite that. So this is 1101 and then 1010. Now let's convert those binary numbers into decimal values. So dito meron tayong 1, a 2, a 4, and a 8. So we have a 1 next to the 8, the 4, and a 1. So kailangan natin i-add up to those numbers. 8 plus 4 is 12, and 12 plus 1 is 13. Now, here is this is 8, 4, 2, 1. So we have a 1 next to the 8 and a 1 next to the 2. So 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. Now 13. 13 corresponds to D, and the hexadecimal system we have a D and then we have 10. Reading it from left to right, so our final answer is 332, and the octal system corresponds to D10 and the hexadecimal system. So this is the answer. So that's all for this video. I hope na may natutunan kayo and sana ay nakatulong ako sa inyo. Thank you for watching. Bye!